All right. We are here with the one and only country Roney, fourth generation Duvall. And for those that don't know, about 8 days ago, Duvall got completely flooded. Several other cities and counties around the country. Our heart goes out to everybody. But today we're talking specifically about Duvall, Washington, with the one and only country. So, country, tell everybody just a little bit, like, who are you? What's your connection to Duvall? I know you're fourth generation. I know we're friends, but many of you out there may not have met country yet. So, country, just give us a little background.
Sure, absolutely. Thank you, buddy. So I am fourth generation. That means that my great-grandmother bought the property that I'm standing on right now in 1912, which was a year before Duvall was incorporated. And fast forward, I had my grandfather raised here in Duvall. He was a King County Superior Court judge. And my father, who was just one of those dumb old farmers, as they called him. And then there's myself. And up to speed, I am now the president of the Duvall Historical Society. I manage the local Novelty Hill Cemetery, and I love just being a part of our community. It's an honor and a privilege to serve the neighbors and the community that's, been good to 4 generations of mine.
Right. Yeah. So, what are we looking at behind you? Like, where are you actually standing right now?
Yeah. So I'm on my house, on the porch, actually. And in my basement, there was 4.5 feet of flood water in the living quarters down there. And then right behind me is, if you go to my Facebook, I know this windmill is on its side now, but it was our measuring stick throughout the flood. So people could see the level of the water rising by the hours. And there's a most amazing picture after the flood waters receded and the sunset of Saturday night. It was an amazing pink. But then we had the windstorm Saturday night. So my windmill finally gave up the ghost and landed up on its side.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I did actually see that. So yeah, you should go check out Country's Facebook page. You can see her name on the screen there for the spelling on that. But yeah, it's just been wild to see all the photos. And I know Siri and Jason over at Local Roots Farm Store, like, Siri posted this absolutely stunning photograph. You know what I mean? So, like, what comes from something really terrible is, sometimes something very beautiful in that case. And it's several cases, honestly. It's just one of those things. It's rough.
And so that's the pioneer outlook. Oh, sorry to interrupt you.
No.
The pioneer outlook is like, hey, we're going to make it through this ugliness. There's always something. Community knows, Duvall people, that there's something beautiful that comes out of all the storms.
Yeah, 100%. And I do see we got some people actually jumping on the live. So welcome to this live stream. If you have any comments, you can go ahead and drop those, and we can get, if you have any questions directly for country. And just full disclosure, this is my first time using this platform this way. So if there's any tech issues, a lot of people like, oh, Buddy's the tech guy. Yes, but I'm also trying something brand new, country. So thanks for experimenting with me on this platform. But the idea is to be able to get out to more people faster. So this is on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube simultaneously. So we're trying something new. I see we got Doug on. Hey, Doug, thanks for joining in. Appreciate you so much for being a part of it. So let me jump back over here, country. And so let's do this, because I know this is the big ask that people have been wanting to know. And I saw this on like Facebook and on our private community board and on Instagram. It's like all over the place. People are like, how in the world can I help? Whether it's like physically, financially, my case, you're kind of joking, like, buddy, just stay home and promote stuff. Like, just tell everybody what to do. That's
what you do best.
Just do that. I'm like, okay, I got you. Yes, reporting in for duty. So what can people do like right now today? Because I know, you're one of several families affected. It's not, like obviously just you. You're just, my friend and my, platform to be able to get these messages out in real time from, the horse's mouth, so to speak. So what can people do right now today? What are you guys asking for?
First and foremost, I would say the most important is financial contributions. And I know it's around Christmas time, but I will tell you that there are 15 households on my road alone that lost a lot. Water went into their living quarters. So funds that will be used are to pay flood deductibles, buy microwaves. We've bought tarps. We've also had hundreds and hundreds of dollars in dump fee runs. So we're just trying to clean out and then get back on our feet. So that's the financial part of it. And then in regards to Sign Up Genius, we have had numerous, and I want to thank all the volunteers that have showed up this previous week to help all us farmers drag out muddy, yucky debris onto the road. So Sign Up Genius using volunteer time to clean up the farms. On our road, we feel maxed out that we have been able to clean up the 15 households on this road. But I will tell you that water is starting to recede. Like you had mentioned Surrey, on 124th, we have Michelle Blakely. Those farms roads are just getting water off them. They will need volunteer help starting on Monday. So we have the Sign Up Genius to ask for volunteers to do that. We also have Jill Giuliani. She's in charge of collecting items. I don't know if you want to talk more about that, buddy.
Please keep going. Yeah, that's right where I was going next. Great.
Perfect. So Jill Giuliani, she is a gal. She's a local generational Duvall as well. She's in charge of managing all the needs that the residents and the flood victims need. And then she is reaching out to the community to ask, hey, is this something that you would have put on Marketplace or something that you would like to donate? So that's another opportunity. And the last opportunity is if you're a business and you have a skill such as plumbing, electrical, carpet, drywall, demo removing, and you want to volunteer that way, we do have households that need that kind of service as well.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm going to go ahead and pop this up on the screen here just for a second, just to show some people where they can find all this. So, hey, Lucas, thanks for joining in on the comments. I appreciate you being here, Lucas. He says hello, country.
Hi, Lucas.
So we have our Duvall flood recovery website. So inside, and you can see on the ticker on the bottom, this is a website that I've been wanting to build for about a year, and it just got launched in a handful of months ago, late summer maybe. But inside of livinginduval.com, so if you go to livinginduval.com and in the search box right on the homepage, just type the word flood, and you'll find this website that pops up. And so what I was able to do is just take all the information from all the different places and just put all the links, the volunteer links, the GoFundMe links, everything is found now in one unified place. So you can go here and it says, how can you help right now? We recently, yesterday, I was talking to Suzanne over at Novelty Hill Farms, and she had a family. I'm sure you know the Costers. Do you know that? Yeah. They got hit, I guess, a second round. They had a really bad fire, I guess, at their house. So anyway, that link is now on there as well. So again, we're going to update this. And at the very top of the page, too, you're going to see that I have it updated as of December 19th. So what you can do is just kind of keep your eyes on that. And if I get new information, country, whether it's from you or anybody else, that's affected, that I'm, my points of contact, I'll update that in pink at the top, like how recent these links are updated. So I know your Sign Up Genius thing is really cool. So maybe just talk to us a little bit about, I know that you've been through more than one flood, unfortunately. So how many floods have you personally gone through, and what are the different levels, I guess, of loss? How does this one stack up compared to the other floods that you've been through? And maybe talk about some of the things you've been able to do this time versus the other times.
Yeah, absolutely. So my first flood, I was born in 1973. My first major flood that I got to experience was 1975. And me, my little sister, and my mom were evacuated. We were, the fire department came and rescued us and took us onto Woodinville Duvall Road. Like many people had seen this last week. We were one of those because, me and my little sister, we were so small. So it was 1975. And then in 1990, I was a senior at Tolt High School, and we had 5 feet in my basement. Unfortunately, that was a flash flood. It was Thanksgiving time. I was in Spokane with my family, and we lost everything. So what you see behind me, my parents used to own 140 acres, and we had to sell 100 acres after that 1990 flood just to make a living again, to be able to stay on the farm. And then we had '09, which Woodinville Duvall closed down again. I had 4 feet in my basement. Same type of situation, had a tenant living in the basement. They lost everything. I want to go back to 1990. Everybody was still dairying as well on this road, and each farmer lost hundreds of cows. Hundreds of cows. That is our whole livelihood. So that's when we all diversified after that in order to find another income stream, where pumpkin farms, corn mazes, flowers. Then back to '09, it was another devastating flood, just like we all experienced. On this one, it was amazing because even though I'm a flood victim myself, I was routine. I knew what to do and immediately got up the volunteer opportunities. I got the GoFundMe going. We did not have those type of platforms or people like you, buddy, that were able to promote and get the word out to our community. Our community used to be like 800 people. Well, now we have 8,000. How are we going to allow them to be a part of the solution of getting us all fixed and better?
Right, totally. Yeah, and I'm checking out the flood victim GoFundMe right now. So currently it's at $33,858 of the 60K goal. That's in 8 days, country. Like, thank you, Duvall. Thank you. And to the surrounding communities too, because I know it's not just Duvall people chipping in here too. So that just, I'm blown away at, like, you know, we've talked about this several times, country off air, is just how amazing our community is and how they just show up time and time again. And not just when, you know, shit gets bad. It's like, it's good, it's bad, it's all the things. Like, it's a really cool community we're in here. So
well, and people talk.
Oh, good.
People talk about the growth, right? You know, when I was born, there were 800 people in the town of Duvall, and somehow amazing people gravitate to the town of Duvall, and we give them the opportunity to shine. This is the place where residents get to show their best selves.
Yeah, and we get to hear the chickens.
And you get a lot of chickens and a couple turkeys.
Lots of chickens, some turkeys, all that good stuff. So I see I'm on the volunteer link right now. It looks like the main, there's one main one right now. Is that right?
That is correct. We have some volunteers for tomorrow because the flood road just opened up for Michelle Blakely. She could use 6 to 8 people tomorrow. And then we're going to set up some more days to help those farmers that are now reachable.
Gotcha. Okay, cool. So I'm going to put the link in the comments for the flood recovery website so people can go find all that there. And then, yep. Okay, cool. Yep. It looks like that just posted on YouTube and Facebook, and we'll post this on Instagram in just a little bit. So, okay, cool. So any last kind of thoughts, country? I know we're right around that 13-minute mark, so I didn't want to keep you too long because you got a lot to do out there. But what's your final message or call to action?
Well, I think there's one more thing I forgot to mention, and it's brand spanking new. And the Duvall Rotary, who is a 501c, the Duvall Rotary Foundation, they have just set up, like within hours, a 501 where they can receive funds that can be deductible, whereas GoFundMe is non-deductible funds. So I'm going to get you that information, buddy. So you will be able to put that on your site. The other thing is, if you are a company that maybe matches Benevity, if you have volunteer hours, I am happy to sign off so your company is able to match funding or volunteering. That's such another great piece of information that we didn't have in the 2009 and 1990 floods. So that's amazing.
Awesome. I'm going to put in the chat here, if they have questions or comments, I'm going to put my email address for the site so they can email that in. But if they wanted to contact you directly, is it best just to do it right on that site? Go to the volunteer link. Is that, like, if somebody's like, hey, what do I do next? Is that the best thing to do?
Yeah, on the Sign Up Genius, it will send an email to my personal. And so I will be able to reply from there.
Okay, cool. So if I'm on the Sign Up Genius, I just clicked on it right now. It says all 15 spots are filled. Is there going to be more spots opened up? Are you going to update that this weekend or? Okay.
Yeah, right after we get off this, buddy, I'm going to be able to go in there and add some more days now that a couple roads are open.
Awesome. Sounds good. Okay, cool. Well, thanks again, Country. Appreciate you
Absolutely.
jumping on, and we'll do it again soon.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
Okay. Yep. See ya.